Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how I built a $93,000 RRSP retirement portfolio in Wealthsimple and how I'll be able to retire with 1.7 million with Wealthsimple. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel for the short intro. Apologies, it's been a month or so since I've posted. I've been traveling for a while. I won't be posting in September or December because again, I'll be traveling for those months as well. Jumping right into it, logging into Wealthsimple, I've decided to use their robo-advisor just to see if they can match or beat the S&P 500 or the market, or just to see if we can get a set it and forget it style of RSP investing. So I started this 5 years ago just for the YouTube channel. So looking into it, in the past month, I've gone up 2.63%, which is fine. Let's just see what the S&P 500 has done in a month. 4.37%. So let's say the 5-year verdict, I haven't been able to match the market. I've been doing pretty poorly compared to the market actually. So up 2%. Every 2 weeks or every month I'm putting in $800. So every 2 weeks do you see the net deposits? So the green line is the market value of my portfolio. The black dotted line are my deposits. So you see here, it went up by $400. If we go over 3 months, we could see the return. So do we have a 6 month here? Yes. So 6 month, you see the market volatility. This is when the tariffs came in, so that's why I went down, but my deposits didn't change. A consistent $400 every 2 weeks or $800 every month. So here, 5.79%, but this is, oh, okay. So beating the market here. Do we have a year to date? Year to date, 6.75. 6.96, pretty close actually. 1 year, 12.47. I've made some random $10,000 and $5,000 investment here. So in the past year, my deposits went from 37,000 to 72,000. So I doubled. So in the past year, 12.6%. Okay, you know what? Over the past few months, I guess year to date or year, it's been matching the market for the most part. Obviously, this doesn't have dividends invested, but still pretty close. But what changes? Let's take a look at the 5 years, 96%. And then if you see here, this is 5 years. So this is from November 2020. So we're at 28%. What's up with that? You see here, I was doing 200. I think I was doing 200 every 2 weeks, but it was too low. And then I decided to ramp up the robo-advisor just to see how it would compare against my options trading or my personal RSP account, which just holds the S&P 500. I've decided to put in a lot more just to see if I could get this to a decent size. So it would be more relevant to people watching for the most part. So my conclusion, does it beat the S&P 500? So the past 5 years is 96%, but this doesn't really match, or this doesn't work because it doesn't, this is just if I put in 72,000, it should be 140,000, but that's if I put it in 5 years ago at the beginning. But here I started with 14 and then ramped it all the way up. So does 28% match what the S&P 500 could do? And then if we click into my RSP here, you could see by the time I retire, I should have around 1.7 million. So let's say this is 65. The issue is the power of compounding. My real number is 55. I'll have 720,000, which is not a lot at all. But let's take a look at my actual returns. So if I do history, and then my simple return, 25, which is fine. There should be, okay, there. My money weighted rate of return, 11.8. So since this doesn't work because it's just starting from the beginning, if we go into a dollar cost averager, so let's say I put in 14,000, that's what I started with, and I'm investing 1,000 a month, I should have 112,000, or let's say my internal rate of return should be 14% or 10% here. Am I able to match that? I'm not. Is it close enough? Yes. Like you can see my returns over the year to date in the year, which were pretty good. Would this add up over time, like the variance for the next 30 years? Yes. Would I match the market? No. Would it really hurt my portfolio or my retirement? Also, yes. But again, this is a set it and forget it style of investing. This is more passive if you don't know what you're doing or if you just want someone to manage it for you. It's decent. Is it great? No. They're charging you 0.5%, which is less than the 1% that I think a hedge fund or a fund manager would charge you. But I'll include the link to this. It has an S&P 500 calculator. Should I remove adjust for inflation? What would that do? That would change everything. So this is not adjusted for inflation. 102,000 I should have compared to my 93,000. Again, I know I'm putting in $1,000 here. I did start with 14,000. I'm trying to match as close as possible to what I've deposited. So you see here, I put in 69,000, but my total deposits here have been 74. So it's pretty close. So let's say I do, what would my net deposits be over 5 years? If I could do this. Oh no, come on. What is this? What is happening? 200. 80,000, that's too much. 100? 74,000, okay. So closely matching, I deposited 74,000 here. Here my net deposits are 74,000, so I should have around 110, or with dividends reinvested, 98. This is inflation adjusted, which I'm not close to that. And obviously this is only 5 years. If we do this over 30, the variance will add up over time. The variance would be pretty huge. So let's say this is saying my plan, I'll have 1.75 by 65. So if we do another 30 years, let's try a calculator, S&P 500 calculator, not this one. I don't want a historical, I want a future calculator. Let me find a future calculator. Okay, so we're going to be using this with 14,000 years to invest, 30, it'll be 35. Per month, 1,000. Calculate. So if I'm using lower than the S&P 500, I should be getting 2.63. So I think that's the variance from here. By 65, using the same 35 years, I'd have 1.7. Look at the variance for this. Am I even using the right amount? Should I adjust it a little bit back? Let's just do 800. 1.9. So I'm still, it's $200,000 by the time I retire, and that'll be the same 35 years. That is huge. That is a huge variance. So if I do 25, this is 720,000 here. So if I do 25, retire 10 years quicker, 827. So you can see the variance. It changes a lot. So right now, my July net deposits, it was 400. I do think I want to change this to 500, so around 1,000 a month. And I'll show you how to do that now. So I'm going to figure out how to do it. I don't think you can adjust this. You can only cancel it and then start a new one. It looks weird. So I'm going to try to figure out how to do that now. So click on this. These are my deposits. Interesting. 800 a month. Oh, it's nice. I like how they show this. Add money. So I can't move money, add money. It won't show me. Let me try to figure out how to do it. I'm learning on the fly here. I'm trying to learn right in front of you guys. Documents, settings. Oh, look, I can hide everything. You know what's one interesting thing about YouTubers when they say they make X amount, but then they don't show you the numbers. Like I watched one YouTuber who says she makes like $20,000 in affiliate marketing, but then she doesn't show you proof that she makes it. So when someone's saying numbers to you and they don't show you the actual account, don't show proof, don't believe them. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. So how would I do this? Click into here. Managed. This is the manage the robo-advisor. Fine. This is my simple way to return. It's showing me my recurring deposit is activity. Scheduled activities. Oh, there we go. I found it. So you can't adjust. You can only cancel. You're canceling, the deposit will still be processed. Fine. You can't adjust. You have no scheduled activities. But what I want to do, activity, let's go move, add money. to here. So I'm going to do 500 every 2 weeks. So let's start it in the middle of the month when I usually get paid. Does it repeat? It repeats bi-weekly. So every 2 weeks, I'm going to be putting in 500. This is an increase from 400, so I'll do around 1,000 a month, and I'll get the RSP deductions. I'm wondering if I should continue with this. Maybe I'll do a 5-year wrap-up in a few months for RSP to see if it's worth it, to see if I should continue doing this. Click next. Let's see what it looks like. I'm going to hide my account information. Obviously, bi-weekly every other Tuesday. Cool. Submit. There we go. Nice. Great. Is that it for this video? I'm just giving an update on my RSP. So in the 6-month, year to date, in 1 year, it's matching the S&P 500. Over the long term, it won't be. I should be able to retire with 1.7-ish million. Would I keep this going on? I think I want to take it out and start investing in VEQT. I might start doing that. You know what I'm going to do? I might make a new video where I have 2 RSP accounts. RSP Manage and just RSP with me. That's what I should have done in the beginning. I'm going to put 500 in each per month and see how they perform. Maybe I'll do VEQT as a comparison. That's a good comparison. I'm going to leave it here. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. My next video might be my options performance for the first 6 months or 7 months of 2025. I haven't been showing any options trading. I've been doing that on my own just because I haven't been able to film myself, so it doesn't really help. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions and tune into the next one.